You are now tuned in to the Chaotic Culture Podcast.
It's the KKP on your mother flipping airways. Hear the name ringing through the halls and the stairways. You were listening to a pod that can segue all the latest topics, guaranteed to fill your headspace. It's a safe place to voice your opinion. Say what you feel, just like you're a kid again. Kid to pro and friends, black as obsidian. Chaotic culture, that's the world we living in. So what's the word?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Chaotic Culture Podcast, the pod where chaos rules and black culture is supreme. The Chaotic Culture Podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/Chaotic Culture Pod. Subscribe to the Patreon to get bonus episode content, and of course, to help keep the lights on, you can subscribe for as little as $3. Once again, we appreciate your support. This podcast will deep dive into modern black culture and how millennials and Gen Z can navigate the crazy parts from finances, black business highlights, black professionals, community, content creators, home ownership, HBCU, sports, black nerdom, anime, wrestling, and especially black music. Live from the 410, I am the host and the creator of the Chaotic Culture Podcast. This is your boy, Ked the Pro, aka the Calculator Millennial, aka the Encore Presentation.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more?
AKA your favorite toxic adjacent king, Ked the Poet, Ked the Closer, all that good stuff that they call me on the internet these days. 843 is me. Baltimore's the place to be. Always chaotic, never toxic most days. And back again, once again, with your favorite black culture highlights and black culture shenanigans. We were gone for a little bit. If you didn't check out my latest episode, of course, we actually discussed, we interviewed the Black Geek Energy, and then I did a little rant review on Drake and Party Next Door's album. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you do. It's hilarious. At least I think it's hilarious. But that album was not good. Just full stop. But anyway, guys, it is Women's History Month. And so for the month of March, I had to bring in my friend who is a gamer and a content creator herself. Someone I met back in DreamCon 2023, right? Yeah.
2023, yeah.
DreamCon 2023. Found out that she actually lived in the DMV area, which oddly enough, I was moving to, moved up here. And yeah, that's my dog, man. Yup, that's Dee. And
Hi.
Dee, please go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Hi, I'm that's Dee AKA Professor Dee AKA Dee. I am a streamer, content creator, gamer. You can follow me on Twitch at that's Dee. And all social media. But yeah, it's great to be here.
Thank you for joining me. This is Dee's first podcast, so I'm glad that I get to be the first podcast that gets to interview her for her streaming and gaming journey. We also got the homie Chris in the background if he wants to pop in and say what's good real quick. Yo, so we are in here. It's been a minute since I actually had a live guest in the actual podcast space, just because of all the moving around that I did when I was in Virginia and whatnot. So it was good to have someone in the building with me to do the podcast. And yeah, this is a good experience. So before we actually begin the actual interview portion, we always want to start with a mental health check and how we're doing this week, this month, or just in general. So Dee, I just wanted to ask, how's your mental health been this week?
This week, it's actually been pretty good for a while. Well, in the first time for a while, honestly. Just, I'm always doing everything under the sun.
Yeah.
So this week I had a break from I'm in grad school and I had spring break, so I just had to work and come home and just relax, and that's been amazing, and I can't wait to do that some more. But school's picking back up again, but it's okay. But I've been doing great.
That's good. I'm glad that you've been doing great this week. Myself, on the other hand, this was one of those weeks. I am not going to say that it was a bad week.
Mm-hmm.
It was just very frustrating, especially on the job. For those who know where I work, I'm not going to say it on this pod, but you know how frustrated I easily get with that plantation. So yeah, this was one of those weeks where half the day was good, and then the nighttime, I'm just sitting here like, can I just go home?
I feel that though.
Yeah, it was really like that. I'm just like, man, when you got certain people that you work with, you just like, why am I dealing with this show? Like,
Yeah.
why? But in any case, I'm all right. I can't complain.
That's good.
You know, didn't get beat up too badly.
That's good.
Yeah, so just got to prepare for another week, I suppose.
Oh, I hope your week gets better.
I definitely hope so too. And hope I don't have the week that I had last week, because if I do, then I'm just like, yo, I'm 2 seconds from quitting. Not really. I'm gonna hold off until June, and then June I'll reassess.
Yeah, do what you need to do.
Yeah, wanted to make sure that I gave it a year before I, say deuces. So
I feel that.
Yeah, there's that. Anyway, that has been our mental health for this week. Always want to be sure that we are checking up on ourselves and making sure that we're doing good. And if there's anything that is plaguing us, bothering us, or if it's just good in general, this is why we have these sections for the podcast for. We want to be sure that we are in the right space mentally before we talk on this pod.
Yes, definitely.
And if we're not, at least this is the time to get it out.
Exactly.
So I ain't a therapist, but
it's good to just vent, to a friend.
Exactly.
Just get it out.
Exactly. Before we begin the actual interview, of course, there is something that I wanted to talk about that Dee and myself both attended, and that was BlurCon.
Yes.
So I did a BlurCon episode last year, and this year, of course, BlurCon was a lot earlier, because for those who know, BlurCon used to be in July and now it's March.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
we could talk about that alone.
Listen, that wind that weekend was,
oh my God. It was fine. Like, the weather was fine, but as soon as the wind was there, the wind was winding, it was just oh my God, it was so cold. I wasn't used to like being up in that. I'm usually not up in that area until like around con time anyway. But outside, oh my God. Versus the summer, I'm like, y'all need to go back to the summer, or at least wait until it's a little bit warmer. But nah.
Well, apparently that's not gonna happen next year, because I saw the dates.
It's still it's the same dates next year, and I'm like, that's probably one of the reasons why we had less of an attendance this year, because it was earlier, and plus DreamCon is around the corner as well. And I heard they moved it up so people can have time for DreamCon, but then DreamCon moved their dates up. So but BlurCon, but despite that, it was a good time. I had a good time.
Good. Did you go all 3 days?
No. So Friday I had to work, and then I adulting.
Friday
I had to work, but then I went to the after party. It was ladies' night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the ladies' night, but they had the DJs right after. It was good. It was pretty lit, actually. We were backstage, like chopping it up, and it was good. And then Saturday, I was there all day Saturday. And then I didn't get home. The time changed. I totally forgot about the time change.
The time did change.
So I didn't get home until 6:30 in the morning. And I didn't go to bed till 7:30 in the morning. And then I had to wake back up, go to brunch. And then I went to the con. Well, I went to the con a little bit and before I went to brunch. But yeah, it was an eventful little weekend.
Okay. So Friday, I also had to work. Life.
Yep.
Yeah. So Saturday, of course, I brought my friend Amma with us, because that was her first. It was her first con of that nature.
Like a anime convention. Has she been to Comic-Con?
Yeah, she hasn't been to Comic-Con
or not Comic-Con, but like something like that.
She's been to something similar,
Okay.
like convention-wise, but yeah, not like a Comic-Con or a NerdCon or anything like that. So this is her first time actually getting a chance to participate, and she enjoyed the hell out of Saturday, and I can see it on her face. Like, she really absolutely loved seeing the different cosplays, the different makeups. And of course, she just said, Black people in general are just fine as hell. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. So
snaps.
Yes. So going there this time, I sort of kind of cosplayed. I came as a person from Assassin's Creed, had the hood and everything. And when I was doing the poses and all that good shit, she was initially a vampire, but she her teeth kept falling out. So she was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a gothic Red Riding Hood. And I said, ain't nothing wrong with that either.
It was working. It
Yeah,
was working.
it
I got the
absolutely works.
concept. I thought she was Little Red Riding Hood anyway, so.
Well, there it is. It worked in her favor regardless.
It did.
And I only went Saturday just because I live a little bit further from the actual DC area. And yeah, I will say though, Saturday was fun as hell. I didn't do any panels.
Really?
Yeah, like, which was odd. I usually do at least 3 or 4 panels when I'm at BlurCon or any con for that matter. I didn't do any panels this time except for the cosplay contest, but that's not really a panel.
Right. I went to the Pop the Balloon one.
Oh.
It was, yeah, they had it, I think it was around 12 o'clock. So I wouldn't expect you to get there on a Saturday.
Yeah. And see, I was trying to get there on time, but things didn't work out in my favor.
Yeah.
But still, I still had a great time. How was the Pop the Balloon thing?
It was actually pretty fun. Like so they did 4 groups. The first group, I think they were trying to get a feel of like what the whole thing is. Even though it's all over YouTube, it's all over the internet and all that stuff. But like just seeing it firsthand, they were trying to get it going. And then as soon as the second group started, things started to pick up, and it was actually pretty lit. It was funny too. It was a few funny characters.
Okay.
There, and it was a cosplay Pop the Balloon type of panel. It wasn't like, oh, you suck, or like you're not my type. The brutal ones, no. It was dealing with cosplay.
Gotcha.
And everyone's cosplay was amazing. It's one of the contestants, he makes his own cosplays, and he made it for what's his name? Kai Sanat.
Ooh.
He made a costume or cosplay for Kai Sanat, and that was pretty amazing. And his cosplay, I forget. Oh, I didn't watch One Piece that far, so he was from a One Piece character that I haven't seen. So.
Oh, did he say which character it was?
It was some old man with barely any hair.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it Rayleigh? But that's Rayleigh has hair, so
he had a pointy nose.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I'm not caught up on One Piece, unfortunately.
I got you. Listen, I just hopped back in One Piece myself finally, and I finally made it a Thriller bark. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to keep going and see how far I can get this year. I have to pace myself, obviously.
Yeah, I'm on Whole Cake Island. I've been on that arc for like 4 years now.
Oh,
so I have to really be in the mood for One Piece. Like either I binge it or I just don't watch it at all.
I got you. Yeah, I'm also on like the fandom / wiki page to make sure that I skip all of the filler episodes.
The filler episodes are actually pretty good.
I know that they are. I just don't have patience for filler anymore.
So you enjoyed the filler episodes.
Maybe I can go back and watch them and see if I truly enjoy it. But I'm like, I want to get to the story. And one of the things that I did with One Piece was that I didn't start on the anime until I got to Enies Lobby. Instead, I went back and was reading from the beginning. And then when I got to Enies Lobby, it was like, okay, now I can jump into the anime.
Okay. At least you were like keeping up on the manga.
Yeah. So, and I'll probably still keep up on the manga, except for, I'll skip a few arcs and then I'll jump to, what I think is probably better pace, like Whole Cake Island or Dressrosa, because I know that those are episodes long.
Dressrosa, oh my God. It was a great arc, but they could have condensed some of those episodes. Like all of those fighting scenes, it was like maybe like 10 minutes. They could have condensed that down.
Wow.
Like they really could have.
Okay, well, we'll see, man. We will see if I decide to read Dressrosa or watch it. I know that Wano is going to be one of those ones where I have to decide as well, because that was a lot of episodes too.
I've heard it was really good though.
Yeah, it from what I've heard and what I've seen so far.
Yeah,
the bits and pieces, but I don't want to get spoiled or anything like that. So
fair.
like I tried to avoid spoilers, but it's like, no, I'm not trying to see that. I know I'm a few years behind. Like, give me some time.
Mute everything.
Yes, pretty much. That's pretty much how I go about life. Because especially I'm a wrestling fan as well. And so when there's something important happens that I miss, I have to like mute my X/Twitter. Like, no, I'm not trying to see this. And Blue Sky, especially because
oh my God,
I follow a lot of wrestling fans on there and we talk. So if I hop on Blue Sky and it's a PLE going on and I get a major spoiler, I'm gonna be mad. That's why I'm like, I need to stay off Blue Sky when something like Elimination Chamber was going on. That's why I wasn't when the spoiler alert, guys. When the John Cena heel turn happened, finally.
You talk about spoiler. You doing a spoiler?
It's happened. It's February now. It happened in February. It's March now. So, but if you haven't seen Elimination Chamber and you haven't been keeping up with wrestling, spoiler alert, guys. John Cena is finally a bad guy again after 21 plus years.
Oh, I saw a clip of that.
Yeah, I tried to avoid it as much as possible because I said something is going to happen at Elimination Chamber because Triple H kind of spoiled it in the beginning with whatever speech he had.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got off work that Saturday, all I just saw people were saying was, yo, you're not going to expect it. I'm like, I wonder if John Cena turned heel. Now, the way it happened surprised me. But when it happened, I was like, wow, I've waited for this moment for 20 plus years. I was a kid. I was 12 years old the last time this man was a bad guy. I'm 33 now. That should say something.
You be like that meme. It's been 84 years.
Yes, absolutely. We will have to get into some wrestling talk soon. Shout out to my boy Vonnie and shout out to JB versus the World. We will have to drop a few episodes before WrestleMania. It is WrestleMania season. Ooh. And yeah, when April rolls around, we're gonna be in it. I need to find like a WrestleMania watch party around the area. I don't know anybody in the area that will actually like watches wrestling as much as I do, though.
I'm not into it, so I'm sorry.
I'm
out.
It's all good though. I gotta work that Saturday, so it's just like damn. And then Sunday is Easter, so it's like I really can't go nowhere.
Yeah, that's shot.
Yeah, I'll find some people around here watching and maybe have a WrestleMania watch party.
That would be dope, though. I would go to that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know what's going on, but I'd go to it just for the vibes.
I can kind of tell you what we're going on, at least like the basic story behind it, now all the like the intricacies as far as like the plots and the storylines and the feuds going on. I could give you the basis of it, but if you like ask in complete detail, I could explain it to you, but I don't know if you would get it. It would be one of those things. But if you want to learn more, obviously, definitely
for sure.
So for the rest of BlurCon, I know I got a little bit off track, but BlurCon itself was fun, but again, it was extremely cold.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that wind was not playing. As I said, the weather was nice, but the wind blowing just definitely made it even more difficult to deal with. And the cosplay contest was
fire.
It was fire. It was really fire. The dude who won came as Assassin's Creed Shadows. He came as Yasuke, and that shit was dope. I was like, yo, he pulled that shit off. There was a lot of dope cosplays though. Like they came with it. Like it
was all handmade too.
Yes, all handmade.
Very talented.
Including the girl who was the Queen of Hearts, but it was like all cardboard and hand-me-down stuff.
That was really good.
Yeah, really, really good. And then there was a dude who came as Pennywise the Clown from It, and
I was scared. He did his job. He did it.
Yes, listen. I'm not trying to make fun of his smile, but the way he's got one of those smiles where you can like see his gums and whatnot, but it fits the character. When he was smiling, I was like, oh, whoa, bro. Okay, you got it.
When I saw him walking through the hallway, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he had the jawline to pull that look off.
He did that. He did that.
He absolutely did. Shout out to homie. There was a lot of dope cosplays. One of the most craziest ones was the dude who came as Shao Tucker.
I remember that. That's wild. That was wild.
That was wild. That dude.
Everyone
did
booed.
Not care.
Actually,
we did. We legit booed him.
But it was like a good boo.
This wasn't a boo. Like you suck. Get out of here. Like we don't like you. It was like, dude, that's a great cosplay, but why Shao Tucker? Yeah, boo the character, bro.
Why would you pick that out of all?
Of all people, of all villains, you picked that one.
But that was really good. So messed up, but really good.
Very messed up. But he did his thing. He did his thing. So that was pretty much our BlurCon recap. We definitely attended the after party afterwards. A lot of fun. I ended up leaving at like 1:45. By the time that I dropped off my friend Amma, it was 3:00, obviously, because we missed 2:00. And then, of course, I had to take, shout out to Pretty Man, I had to take Pretty Man all the way on the other side of Baltimore.
Oh, man.
And by the time I got home, it was 5.
Jesus.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, wow.
So,
dropping off everybody.
Yeah. So, but still, I had a wonderful time. One of the biggest things that happened that I really enjoyed was seeing Janelle Monáe, especially especially because I missed the panel. I got
I
there
didn't
at
even know
like
about the panel.
1:30, but it was already full.
It was I was like, there's no point in even like I didn't even know about it. I was like, I would have missed it anyway. So
Right. But still, seeing her pretty much give a free concert. She performed 3 songs.
Yes, and I got good well, it wasn't good videos, but it was good enough videos.
Yeah, I got some good enough videos as well. I was at the front with my friends, and when they came up on the set, matter of fact, it was during Taylor Senpai set, was it not?
I think it was before.
Or right before.
Like right before.
Yeah, but they were like, "Hey, we got some surprises for you." And of course, Cookie Kawaii came out. I was like, "Okay, I was expecting that."
Was awesome. That
was
awesome.
Yeah, when he said he had another surprise, I was like, "What you mean?" And then he said her name. I was like, "Oh shit!" Now I did not expect her to actually like perform the songs.
I didn't expect her either. I thought she would just say some words like, "It's great to be here. It's great to see some Black people in the nerd culture and all that stuff." But I didn't expect her to perform. I was like, "Oh,
nah." She came and she performed. Yeah,
she did her thing.
She did her thing. Her voice once again is amazing, especially in real life. And then I'm gonna be one of those people. She was shorter than I thought she was.
She was a lot smaller than I thought. I thought she was like 5'9". Based off of her like pictures and all that, I thought she was like 5'9".
I thought she was
she's
our
short.
height at least. But yeah, when I got up to her, I was like, "No, wait, she's short. Oh shit."
She's really small.
Yeah, very, very.
But beautiful woman.
Very, very, very talented, very beautiful young lady, Janelle Monáe. Like, listen, I saw that clip of when she was at Usher's show, and the way she had Usher looking, I'm like, you know what? She could pull me anytime. I'm not gonna be mad.
You got it.
You got it. Shout out to the Arc Android. She really did her thing, and she promoted her new comic book called The Arc Android, which I think a few people got a few copies of. I'm not sure exactly on the release date of that.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
Yeah, but I will definitely look into that as well. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna put a pause right here. It'll get edited out, obviously, but you know, I'm cooking food, and I wanted to be sure that the food was done before we did anything else. So stay tuned. We will be right back in a couple seconds. All right, and we are back. Once again, thank you, Dee, for joining me for this interview today. So I definitely wanted to start off, Dee, by asking, what was the first thing that got you interested in gaming?
I used to game when I was younger.
Okay.
My older brother, he's 3 years older than me. He would make me he would make me play games with him because there was no one else.
Damn, not force you to play.
But that's how I got into gaming. We would play Crash Bash. We would play 2K. I didn't even like playing 2K, but he would make me play it with him. Madden. And then I started venturing off. I like GTA. Just the basic level. I don't know all them other games. But I did start, and then I kind of fell off a bit growing up, you know, and other interests. And it wasn't until like maybe before COVID. Maybe like 2017, 2018, where I started to get back into gaming. I was like, I need something to do. I need a hobby. So I was like, let's get back into gaming. So I bought myself a PS4 in college and just started gaming different things. Diablo. I got Kingdom Hearts 3. Fun fact.
I like playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Fun fact that I started on Kingdom Hearts 3. I never played the other ones before.
That's still crazy. That is still crazy. I remember when she told me that. I was just like, wait, you jumped into KH3 before you did KH1 and 2?
Yeah, I was like, I have no idea what the storyline is. I'm so confused, but I do like this game, so I'm going to continue it.
Trust me, even playing games 1 and 2, you probably still won't the storyline. But you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got into gaming. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, when was the last time that you played KH1?
Maybe like, that's a good question. I want to say like 2 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so you have been playing it a little more recently.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 1, I beat what's her name? The Dragon Lady.
Oh, you beat Maleficent.
I beat her, and now I'm on what's his name? Riku.
Oh, you at the end of the world?
I think so. Like, I think he's like the second to final boss.
Wait. You're still on Hollow Bastion, but you're playing Riku possessed by
Yes.
Ansem.
Yes.
Good luck.
So, because like I finally beat Maleficent, and then that was hard itself. And then I went to the next him, Riku, and then I got frustrated. I was trying to figure out how to beat him. Like he got what 3-4 health levels. So I finally got down to maybe like the second health level, and then I died. And I was like,
he did his desperation move.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was I'm very known for rage quitting, so I did that.
Listen, anytime that I try to hop on stream and she's playing Kingdom Hearts, I try to help her. Like I'll send her clips of some tips what you can do to beat this specific boss and everything. Like
he's an MVP.
I try.
I would have quit a long time ago.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a very frustrating game. It's a fun game, but it can be very frustrating if you don't have the I guess just the right guidance. Now, when you get into Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a lot smoother. It's a lot easier.
That's good. I heard everybody loves
Kingdom Hearts 2 is by far the best game in the series.
Okay.
Full stop.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll love it. The one thing that you probably won't love, though, is one particular boss from Organization 13. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to spoil it for you. But he wasn't a part of the original game. This is part of the final mix.
Okay.
So in order for you to know who he is, I'd recommend watching videos of Chain of Memories.
Okay.
Yeah, watch the story through Chain of Memories so you can know which boss I'm talking about. And then you'll see, because listen, even on standard mode, I had issues with him. I'm just like, yo, what the? And his health bars are just they're just crazy. I'm like, some people were like, well, I played him at this level and then I played this person. I'm like, wait, you played this boss at this level? Bro, I'm sitting here like, what? How do y'all do that? But yeah, you got to be a real fan, because playing him on Proud and Critical, I've rage quit multiple times trying to fight him.
To myself. I don't need that negative energy.
Yeah, it's very sickening. But it's still a great game, in my opinion. The storyline, especially when Kingdom Hearts 3 rolls around, you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
But I still like playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and I do plan on replaying it so I can play Remind again. And whenever Kingdom Hearts 4 decides that they want to drop, whenever that day may be.
They advertised Kingdom Hearts 4 like 2 years ago, and I'm still waiting. I'm like, okay.
Still waiting.
So I'm using this time to go through the whole series. So
Square Enix, just please be sure that you get on it. We know that Final Fantasy is the cash cow, but still, like,
Kingdom Hearts, man, you gotta complete it.
Right, we got a dedicated fan base, man. Don't leave us hanging.
Yes.
But okay. Now, you mentioned that your brother kind of like forced you to play some games and whatnot. That kind of is similar to my story, because I have a brother who's 10 years older than me, and obviously, Super Nintendo was kind of like my first first console and whatnot, and he used to kick my behind every time we played Street Fighter. So I just wanted to know, like, was PlayStation like your first console?
Yes, PlayStation 1, first ever console, and then 2, 3. My brother would get the 2, 3, 4, and all that. So.
Got you. Yeah. Hey, we like to see a PlayStation girly up here. Shout out to PlayStation. Yes. This is not an ad. This is not an endorsement of Sony. This is just
unless y'all want to.
Oh yes, unless you want to. Then
we speaking that into existence, manifesting.
Absolutely. But in any case, I definitely feel where you're coming from. You said that you used to play Crash Bash. How was that for you as a kid?
I love racing games. I don't play it often, surprisingly, but Crash Bandicoot, like that was a really good game, and they had they did the remastered trilogy. It, right? Or and I haven't played the newer ones, but that was a great game. I would always ask him to play that, actually, but he would always want to play other games. But that was my favorite go-to game.
I got you. Yeah. See, Crash Bandicoot was one of my favorite games growing up as well. Then I realized that I wasn't like the best at platforming games, though I still played them, still had fun. But if you're trying to 100% it, good luck, because Crash Bandicoot Warped, which is the third installment, it's easier to 100% it than the other two. With the original Crash Bandicoot, I'm like, I'm not 100% in this, yo.
I wasn't the greatest, but I did enjoy it.
It's a lot to try and get all the trophies, the gems, the sapphires for the times. It's a time-consuming game.
It is.
If you've got time on your hands. But Yeah, Crash was my guy. Like I used to play Crash Team Racing all the time. Like I damn near scratched up the CD just how much I played it.
Dedicated fan.
Yes, dedicated fan. And I think one day I'll re-download it back on my PS5. But okay. But you said that you weren't a fan of 2K.
I wasn't. Like my brother would always beat me in the game. It was to the point where he had to play for me to catch up to him. So
Damn.
I wasn't much of a competitor. Like you're nothing.
Hey,
that's how I took it. Like you're nothing.
Yeah.
You're weak.
Hey, listen, I don't play 2K games anymore anyway, but when I was like, not my brother, but just other people who play 2K, yeah, I kind of used to be the same. And not that I wasn't competitive, but it's just they would find tricks and trades of the game that would make it like extremely difficult. It's just like, dang, yo, like anytime I get the ball stolen, layup, I'm just like,
I was like,
bro, I can't even get up to the full court. I can't even get up to my side of the court before you steal the ball.
Exactly. Mind you, I was 7, so.
No, I get that. But even as a teenager in college, it's just sitting there like, man, y'all got it, bro. Now, Madden was a different story. Used to, beat some ass in Madden, but 2K, yeah.
I was very bad at sports games. I'm more of an RPG girly.
Hey, I like that. I like that. But I like RPG. I like fighting games, and then depending on if the sports game is good or not, I will play it. I still want to get NCAA 25, but that's just because the sports guy in me really just wants it. But yeah, when it comes to Madden and 2K, I'm kind of like, I can do without because they haven't really changed much.
Yeah, they just changed the year.
Yep, and change the graphics.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
Update
and then,
the team characters.
And then they really kill it with the microtransactions. That's every game, but especially sports games. You're just like, yo, okay, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Cool. So, as you said, you picked up the hobby back around the pandemic and whatnot. What made you want to become a streamer?
I don't know. I was like, just one day I just woke up, I'm like, maybe I should start streaming. And I just did it. That's what, like, I had a PS. One of my friends gave me a PS4 camera, and I used to stream off of my PS4, and I just went for it. I'm like, well, I have everything I need for now, and I just went for it, and I started loving it. It was a period of time where I was trying to figure out my hobbies, especially like I just graduated college, undergrad. I just started a job, and I'm just like, well, I don't want to be boring, so I need to do something.
I feel it.
So I picked up gaming, and then I was like, I guess I'll start streaming. And this is where I started getting more into the anime community, and they started doing their thing. And I was like, maybe I should do something too. So yeah, and I don't call myself a content creator, even though streaming is content creating. But I think me just being who I am and not like just thinking or not thinking about it, just actually doing it. And then I could just create the content off of that. That's what's different than just like having to come up with an idea and recording. But streaming, I think that was the best route for me. So I just did it, and I loved it, and I loved the interacting with people. It's great to see people who enjoy watching me enjoy the things that I like. So it's a great feeling. So yeah, I just did it, and then the rest was history.
Hey, sounds good. A lot of people that I know in this community have been streaming a lot, so it's just like, damn, maybe I should start doing it as well, just because I want to play the games.
Yeah,
and having those interactions are always funny as hell.
Yeah.
So I definitely get it. Which I'm glad that you were able to foster a community that liked watching the stuff that you did on stream.
Yeah.
I think that's really important that you have a good support system behind you.
Yeah.
Did you find any inspiration from within the anime community as far as like your streaming journey?
Yeah, so I follow like my friends, and because we all have the same interests, and I watch their streams. Shout out to Bye Malcolm, shout out to Fight for Rage. them. So it's
The
just
quarter five.
yeah, the quarter five. Like, yes. Shout out to Kendra, cutie Kendra. Like, yeah, everyone they're all doing their thing, and they're very all those women that I mentioned. They're all inspirational, and they're great people overall. And it's just great to um work across that community. It's better to work across, like Issa Rae said, work across instead of working up.
Mhm.
So it's better working across the community and just like getting that inspiration and just fostering that into my streaming and innovating it. So
Wow. Shout out to all the inspirations out there.
yes.
And you just reminded me I need to talk to Kendra because I definitely got to have her on the pod one day as well. Yes. So big shout out to cutie Kendra. Like, Kendra is like one of the most genuine sweethearts that I've ever met, and she's just a big supporter, not only of everybody, but especially this podcast. Like,
I have yet to meet her, but like I
really?
feel her energy through social media. So
Hmm.
yeah, I haven't met her yet, and I really want to.
Yeah, I thought she was at DreamCon 2023, but I mean,
I don't think I knew her then. I think I
ah,
saw her name pop up here and there, but it wasn't until like my mutuals I started seeing her tweets and all that stuff
I
pop
got
up.
you.
So I haven't met her yet, but I'm very like looking forward to meet her one day. So
Got you. Well, yeah, big shout out to Kendra. Big shout out to Kendra. So, in your outside life, what are some of the things that you do with, without giving too much details?
outside life, what do I do? What do I not do? Because I'm always working.
Mhm.
2 jobs. I'm a professor, aka the name, Professor Dee. My actual professor is not just a name. Uh, I just like to. Oh, I watch Korean drama shows. I love Korean drama
She's a
shows.
K-drama girly.
I'm a K-drama connoisseur. Like
Connoisseur.
connoisseur. So if you need any recommendations, I got you.
Okay.
I love going out, hanging out with friends. I love going out to eat. I'm a foodie. I love traveling. The last place I went to was Jamaica last year. Montego Bay or Monaco Bay, however you say it. I'm planning on I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to go to Japan for my 30th birthday next year. So
It's a dream.
it is a dream, and I will achieve it. A dream, I will achieve it. Sometimes you got to be a little delulu.
Yeah. Is this a solo trip?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm asking because like this is on my bucket list as well. So I'm like, listen, if you end up going and it's a group trip, let me know so I can like put the funds in.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Try
Yeah.
to go out to Japan.
I'm
for
saving
real.
up now, saving aggressively. But yeah, I love traveling. This year I'm taking a break because I just bought a house. Shout out to me.
Nah, for real.
I did that. Sometimes you gotta toot your own horn. But yeah, so I'm taking a break from doing everything because because people keep saying that I'm always everywhere, and I swear I'm not. But yeah, I just like just being where the vibes are really. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, you bought a home at your age. That's still just amazing to me.
It's still surreal, to be honest. I didn't think I would do it. The way
I'm-
this economy is going, I didn't think I could do it.
Listen, I'm still like, man, I ain't gonna be able to buy a house till I'm 45 at this rate. Shit. It'll probably be sooner than that. I'm exaggerating, but still, it's just like,
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here.
yeah. And especially in this economy, especially with this administration. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the next 4 years.
We'll definitely see that. It's a lot already happening within 100 days alone.
Absolutely. But just to kind of slide back into the conversation, what was, I should say, the biggest barrier as far as you purchasing a home? Like, what were some things that you were running into that was just like, this is kind of not what I expected?
The process in general. I wasn't expecting to I wasn't as prepared money wise to just like in home inspections, what else? The earnest money deposit. I don't even know what that was. I was like, what is our earnest money deposit? So it was an in good faith thing for those that don't know. It's an in good faith, like show the buyer that you're or the seller that you're serious about buying the home. So that home is all the inspections. What else did I have to do? All these little things. It was so much going on because we were trying to close within like 3 to 4 weeks. So it was a lot of rush. I'm like, I'm spending a lot in one paycheck and I need to chill. Like, y'all need to chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, that process wise, and then the barrier, just the unknown because the house is not a new house. I recently had to replace the whole HVAC system as soon as I moved into the house. And I knew I had to replace it, but I was hoping I could get like 1 or 2 years out of it. Now, 2 months into getting the
Damn.
house, and I didn't know about a house warranty until it was too late. So I'm dealing with that, but thankfully I'm blessed enough to get it done and just deal with it. So I'm good for 15 years. So but yeah, it's a lot. And it's the realization that this is yours and you have to take care of it, and everything's coming out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Everything costs money. There's no calling no landlord.
Nope.
Bitch, you are the landlord.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your maintenance. Like you gotta get all this done. Call a tech like a HVAC tech or any type of tech, you got it. Like I recently had to get pest control and all that stuff because I saw an ant. I was like, where'd the ant come from?
Ooh.
And I was like, oh no. And they said I was good, but I was like, that ant made me uncomfortable. So that's why I got the whole house done. But
I see.
Yeah. And good thing I got it done before it started getting warm too.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. So it was just I would say it can be a headache, but it's the peace of mind of having a place to come home to, and it's just the fact that it's yours. And my name's on the deed. I pay the mortgage, and it's just my safe space, and I love that.
I see.
Yeah.
It's crazy though that you called pest control for one ant because I know for me it'd be like, oh, one ant, all right, I'm cool.
Nope.
Nah, but I get why you did that though, because rest in peace, my godfather, when they first moved into their bigger house, when he was still around, that whole house was built on an ant foundation. So they got out of there quick and got into an even bigger house, obviously, before he passed away. But
that's crazy.
When we found that out, we were just like, oh, why did they?
Did they not see that? Like,
I don't know. And it was just like we would go to the house while it was being built and whatnot. Like, so we saw it from start to finish. So I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, when the constructors were building this house, did they not realize that there's a whole ant foundation here? Like, what happened? And then what's going on with HOA? How did they not know about it?
Like, that doesn't make sense because, like, they evaluate the land first, and like, they need to do something before they even like that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that was poor planning on like the project manager, whoever building the house. Like that was poor management.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But hey, look, you did what you had to do. You were just like, nah, like this is an older house. I need to take care of this right now, just in case. So I get it. I just know me personally, I'd be like, oh, all right. Until I saw like a whole train, then I'd be like, oh nah, then I get pest control on. But it's better to be preemptive than to just let it happen. I suppose.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you own the home. I'm not a homeowner yet, so
it's all good. One day you'll definitely get it.
One day. But thank you for that insight.
Yeah.
Have you had any unexpected fees like HOA fees or anything like that, or does your neighborhood have HOA?
Yeah, my neighborhood has it. I can't talk. My neighborhood has it, yes. But it's not as expensive as others. It's like $33 a month. So, and I had to really look for that because them HOA fees. I saw one just the other day, because I just like looking at houses, period.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw one the other day. It was like $450 a month. $450 a month is crazy.
Yeah, that's like a third of a mortgage.
Yes. I pay my whole HOA fee is like $350 a year. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Cause nah, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where's
Yeah.
my money going? Like,
Yeah, my mom is still trying to figure out where her HOA fees are going. She's just like, what is going on here with this neighborhood? I tell her, I'm like, I don't live in the house, so I don't know, mama, but yeah.
yeah, it was really hard finding a place where the HOA fees were low. Cause at first I was looking at a condo, but those condo fees were ridiculous. And I found a few nice condos too, but like it did, the HOA fee deterred me from that. So I was like, nope, I'll be paying
Yeah.
more what I budgeted for just because of the HOA fee.
I hear that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't blame you. You still made a great decision.
Thank
You were able
you.
to find a great, HOA to where you're not, busting your pockets
Yeah.
to pay for it. So yeah, definitely shout out to you making some smart financial decisions.
Thanks.
Yes. In terms of your streaming journey, I just wanted to know, what do you want out of your experience?
What I want out of my experience, I do want to build on my community.
Okay.
I love my community. It's very small
Mm-hmm.
and very intimate. I love it. And I love that it's growing little by little, slowly but steady. So yeah, I just want to get more community, build it. I do want to elevate my stream a bit, but I'm trying to figure out ways to do that. I'm kind of like doing some testing here and there, like test streams here and there to see, oh, uh more variety.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to just keep doing the same thing. That gets boring. So just I'm testing my creativity.
Okay.
Because I claim that I don't have any creativity, so I want to challenge myself with
You hear
that.
this? Nah, dude, you have a creative mind. You just got to tap into it. That's
Yeah, and that's what I want to challenge myself with. Like, I say I can't do this and that, and I just want to, okay, if I haven't really tried,
all.
and so I'm trying. I'm doing that, challenging myself.
That's good. That's good. At least you're putting yourself out there and you're challenging
Yeah.
yourself. What are some other parts of your stream that you want to get into as far as variety? Like, are you doing cozy games? Are you doing just yap sessions? Like, what are some of your ideas, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh yeah, sure. Like just not my last stream, but my stream before, I just did a just chatting game or just chatting stream. Sorry. I It was a last minute stream. At first, I wasn't even going to do the stream. I was like, I don't even feel like streaming, but I was like, no, Dee, you have to be more consistent. So I kept the stream, and I put together Legos while I was reading Reddit threads. I was like, I've never done that before, but something new. And it turned out I had a great ass time. I was on stream for like 4.5 hours.
Wow.
Just putting together Legos, reading Reddit threads, and then we ended up watching Drewski's for the It Could Have Been Love series. And that was hilarious. It was hilarious, and I was watching that while I was putting together Legos. So it was just random stuff like that. So I just want to tap into just like just not just gaming, but like more yap sessions. I was thinking about doing a mukbang. I was also thinking about people want to see me. So I play the piano. People want to. Yeah, I've been playing the piano since I was 6 years old, classically trained.
Okay.
I took like a 7-8 year hiatus when I went to college. And maybe I want to say 2-3 years ago, I got back into it, and I'm nowhere near where I used to be at all. But it's the fact that I picked it back up. So people want to see me stream playing the piano. I will not take no requests. I will pick the songs myself.
She said, no requests.
Nope.
None. This is just like, I am not a DJ. You cannot call my number. You cannot request this song. I'm playing what I want to.
Yeah, and you're going to like it.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Okay. Okay. Well, I learned something new today because I
Yeah.
definitely didn't know that you play piano.
Yeah. I have a whole keyboard in my little office / nerd space.
Okay.
So yeah. One day I'll do it.
Yeah,
Let's
hey,
just
like,
say
that's,
that.
I feel you. And look, you see, I couldn't put my drum set back here because there's not enough room. So,
Yeah.
as you know, I'm a percussionist. So,
Yeah.
drum set, I marched in the band, all of that. So,
Mhm.
yeah. The only thing that I haven't picked back up in a while is keyboard instruments like piano or like the marimba or the xylophone. Like, I would have to like retrain my mind to be able to read the music the way that I used to when I was in high school and college.
Yeah,
'cause-
so growing up I was good at reading music, but I don't know why it's such a challenge for me now. I was like, oh my God. So I gotta get some flashcards reading the music notes. Even though I've been doing it for 3 years now, I'm still struggling. And it's just
yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Trust me, when you put it down and you put it down for a long period of
Yeah.
time, it's really hard to pick it back up.
Yeah.
Thankfully, when it comes to like drum music, it's really simple because I can still read rhythms like that. It's like, okay, I didn't forget any of that. I know how to play that. My main issue now is sticking because it's just like my hands ain't what they used to be in college. It's like I've been out too long. So trying to like do something crazy, like a hybrid rudiment for those who know what that is, it's just like, huh? So what you do this? Okay. My normal rudiments, I'm fine. Like you tell me to play a flat tap, I'll be like flat tap, flat tap, flat tap, flat, and that's fine. But you tell me to play something crazy like what they call BYOS, those kind of hybrid rudiments, I'm like, I gotta study it. I gotta study it. Yeah, my homie, shout out to Ralph Nader, aka Boney. Used to be like the #2 snare drummer in the world a while back, but yeah, he still like goes around the world and plays snare. Like he said you should probably try playing your name using like the BYOS rudiments that I created. I was like, no, especially my full name. I'm like, no, because I saw what K looked like. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then I got all the way to Y. I was like, nah. That's gonna take some practice, bro. But anyway, man, I'm glad to have another musician in the building. I've learned something new about Dee today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
she didn't tell me this.
my whole family, my brother, he's a drummer.
Oh, okay.
Been drumming since he was 2 years old. My dad, he used to be in the marching band, I think. I think he used to play like clarinet or oboe or something like that. But it was mainly me and my brother, just doing musical instruments. I used to play the flute.
Oh, okay.
And then I quit, and I kind of regret quitting, to be honest, because that's where I was. That's where I was peak.
Okay.
Just because I was learning a different instrument, and then I was doing music every day. And then that helped me enhance my piano skills as well, especially with reading. But I quit, and then it just kind of went downhill.
Hey.
So I feel like I need to pick it back up. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, listen, if you pick up another instrument, that just shows how multifaceted you really are.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe picking up the saxophone, never got around to it, but that's something that I thought about. Like, okay, well, I love playing drums, I love playing percussion, but I would like to learn how to play at least, one other musical instrument. And I thought, hey, maybe I could pick up a sax, but never did.
Yeah, I think I want to do flute and the guitar.
Okay. I know I can't play guitar. Like I've tried string instruments. It's not.
I just want to try. The guitar is so cool.
If I do a guitar-based instrument, it'll probably be like the bass. But I have to retrain my mind to read bass music because that's a completely different monster.
Oh yes, since I do piano, I do both. So
I remember the first time after I left college trying to read bass clef. I'm just sitting there like,
bass clef is harder for me.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's always been harder for me.
But that's something that I'll definitely consider. And it's crazy because my roommate plays bass and guitar. Like he's well, shout out to Lawrence, man. I hope he's doing well. But yeah, my former roommate, that's all he did. I just never sat down and learned with him because he was always on the road gigging and I was always working. So it was like,
dang.
Yep. Dang. The only thing I could do was just pick up a pair of drumsticks and just keep practicing whenever I could. But that's what it is. But thank you for sharing that information, Dee. Really quickly, I know because I don't want to hold you up too long because I know that people have to work and of course things have to be done. But before we get up out of here, just a few more questions. Like one, what are some of your favorite games right now?
Some of my favorite games right now, I'm playing Marvel Rivals, of course.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at it. I'm
Me
still
too.
at bronze 3.
I am too. I finally got the bronze 3. I'm still there. I'm still there.
And I'm playing Genshin Impact. That is my comfort game. I love Genshin Impact. I haven't been playing it lately because I've been so busy with Marvel Rivals. But Genshin Impact is definitely my RPG comfort game.
I love Genshin Impact alone, but I was enjoying it, but I don't know why I didn't pick it back up.
Really?
I might
I
have to
have
get back
put it
into
down for a little bit, maybe for like a year or two, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should pick it back up. And best decision. Best decision. I love
Okay.
it. It's like never ending. It's always something
Always
going
something.
on. So
Yeah. The game that I'm playing right now, as far as RPG, outside of Kingdom Hearts 2, because I put that down for a little bit, and it's a replay, by the way, because I played the game. But Metaphor Refantagio, I've started playing that again. There are some things that I want to go back and do in order for me to actually get the best experience, because it's a lot of things that you can do to enhance your experience. It's not a never-ending game; it has an end, but there are certain routes and certain things that you can do to make things better, like any other normal RPG. I was playing Final Fantasy 16, however,
Oh, what
my
happened?
external hard drive crashed.
No.
Yeah, that's why it's sitting over there on the TV stand like it's not plugged up anymore, because I'm
Dang.
like, damn, that had that file on there. It had my Hogwarts Legacy file on there. So yeah, I'm extremely pissed about that one, because I
would be
loved
pissed
Hogwarts
too.
Legacy. Damn.
I would be pissed too. I played it on my bro's PS5 because I didn't have a PS5 at the time, and I loved it. I loved it.
Oh man, I was so upset because like I hadn't finished the game because I was literally doing like all the side quests and whatnot, but I was thoroughly enjoying that game. And now,
It's very enjoyable.
yeah, I'll probably have to start over because it's like, well, PS5 knows that I bought the game, so that part will be all right. But
Yeah.
the save file,
It's probably
gone.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But that's all right. You know, if I start from the beginning, I start from the beginning. It is what it is.
I do want to get into what is it called? Split Fiction that came out. It's like if you play It Takes Two, it's like that.
Ooh, okay.
So I definitely want to get into that.
Let's
And
see.
Love in Deep Space, I've heard is a really good one.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about streaming that if I do start it. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's true. You might have put me on something. I haven't been watching a lot of TV as of late because of work, but I know that one game that I definitely want to get for the for my Switch is Xenoblade Chronicles, because it was such a great game. I haven't played it yet and I want to play it. So that's something. But now I'm looking at the reviews to Split Fiction, and you know what?
I've heard good things about it.
Adventure co-op game by Hazel Ice and sci-fi and fantasy games. Oh, see, now that's right up my alley.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
thank you
really
for putting
good.
me on for that.
Of course.
Any other games that you're into or want to play?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
I gotta I watched the Game Awards and they had a lot of games that they announced. There was another one. There's like this space game, and there's a woman protagonist, and she like kills the aliens. I forget her name. Her name's I know the actress. Her name's Tati Gabriel. She's short blonde hair. And she's the protagonist for that.
I think I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I can't remember the name, but it's like Galact. I don't even wanna lie about that. But I'm looking forward to that as soon as I figure out the name.
Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for that and that's pretty dope. I definitely want to watch that. Or not watch, play it.
Definitely want to play that. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think those are all the main questions I had about gaming. The last couple things that I wanted to discuss with you are what are your current like show watches or anime watches that you have right now?
Currently I'm watching Solo Leveling. I'm watching
Peak.
yes. I didn't watch the latest episode because I already know the cliffhanger is gonna piss me off. So I'm gonna just wait a little bit. Either that or pick up the manga. Or the manhwa.
These cliffhangers been getting to me.
No, for real. I'm just like, all right, you could just can you at least do 2 at a time?
Right.
Like 2 episodes at a time, just not one a week. Like that's crazy. Apothecary Diaries. It's oh my god, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
And in between those, I just finished my love story with Yamada-kun, at level 99.
I stopped, but I've been hearing good
999.
things. I
It's
gotta
really
check it out.
good. I love it. It's only like 12 episodes.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
was on episode 8, and for whatever reason, I just didn't
Oh, you
finish.
just finish it.
Yeah.
Just finish it. I just finished that. I started Tomo-chan is a girl. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's just I keep like my attention is not there. So I'm gonna still finish it, but I'm gonna find some other anime to watch.
Okay.
Like I kind of want to. Have you seen Free Run?
Yes, I love
I
Free
kind
Run.
of want to go like that vibe
Mhm.
of anime. So I watched Wisteria, Wand and Swords.
Yes, peak.
So I'm trying to find something else like that. And I have a whole anime list. It's
Mhm.
never ending. So I'm gonna
Of
just go
course.
through. I might just go through that and check off the lists.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Listen, there are some stuff on my anime list that I have not gotten to at all. I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, it's still sitting here. Eventually, I'll get to it.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And I don't do the whole seasons things. This season is this much anime coming out, and I don't keep up with that. I watch it when I have the time.
Well, sometimes I will. I might be like, okay, if it's something that's really special coming out during the season,
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch these couple of episodes or watch these like this show, and then
Yeah.
the rest that's coming out, I can kind of put on the back burner. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to you later.
Yeah, like Solo Leveling and Apothecary Diaries.
Apothecary Diaries,
I'll keep
yes.
up on that because those I love those.
Yeah.
But to others like, oh, this anime is coming out in this winter season and all that. I'm like, it's too much to keep up. It's too much to keep up with.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Give me like a good 2 or 3, and then another one where I could just watch on my own. And yeah.
Yeah. You also just reminded me that I have to jump into Apothecary Diaries season 2.
Yes.
I've been behind because I've been bombarded with anime and work.
Fair.
So yeah.
That's fair.
But I love Apothecary Diaries.
Me
Mao
too.
is my homie. Like,
Yes. Mao, she's oh my god. She's so good.
She is. My Happy Marriage, I'm also watching at least season 2. I've stopped at episode 5. I gotta catch back up with the rest of the episodes.
I'm still on season 1.
Oh man.
Okay, maybe I'm broken, but she gets on my nerves. I'm like, stand up. Like, why are you letting this happen to yourself? You're so weak.
She's still very soft voiced, but she starts to in season 2. You can see like she's starting to like, yeah, maybe some of the stuff you wouldn't tolerate, but like, because there's one character in season 2 that pissed me off as much as her sister did, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, like hit her or do something. But
do something. Like, why are you just standing there letting that happen to you? Like, stand up for yourself or something.
But,
like, I don't understand. But I haven't gotten far. I'm gonna pick it back up. It's just like she gets on my nerves.
Well, I love the drama within it, so I'm like, you know what? It's an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days is.
I've heard very good things. But
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for it to build up.
That's
fair.
That's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
There was one other anime that I'm actually hyped for. Devil May Cry.
I've heard good things about
Listen, I played.
Was it in a game?
Yes, it's a game. Capcom. I've played Devil May Cry 1. I've played 3. I didn't play 4, but I've played 5.
I gotta get into that.
And yeah, I didn't play 2 because 2 was trash. But listen, Devil May Cry is such a fun hack and slash video game. Like it is similar to you could say Kingdom Hearts, except you don't have like obviously the support and teams and whatnot. But it's a very great hack and slash. I would recommend though watching Devil May Cry 3.
Okay.
And then maybe if you want to try a hand at 1, if you can find a way to play 1, because that came out on PS2.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Do not play 2. Do not play 4.
Okay.
Just watch the gameplay of those.
Okay.
And the reason why I say don't play Devil May Cry 3, you will rage quit. You will rage quit. Like I kid you not. It is hard. It is difficult. Even on regular level, like it's frustratingly hard.
Oh god.
Now they've diffed it a little bit, but it's still just kind of like, But Devil May Cry 5, peak video gaming. Like that is so fun. No matter what level you're on, whether you're playing on standard level, whether you're playing on hard, whether you're on Dante Must Die, like, or it's just such an incredible game, incredible story, incredible gameplay. Like Devil May Cry 5 is they did their thing with that one. But yeah, I definitely recommend watching all the other ones, and then if you want to play 5, be my guest.
Okay.
Also, they did do a little reboot called DMC Devil May Cry.
Okay.
You can watch it, I guess. It's like there are some things that are like completely different from the original story. Capcom tried to do a hard reboot, and it didn't sit well with fans. The gameplay was fine. The story, trash. And then the actor who played Dante, supreme edgelord, cussing every 5 seconds. Like all the insults are just like, come on, dude, really, was that necessary? Yeah, but Devil May Cry 5.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you want to keep up with the original storyline, it's 3, 1, 2, 4, then 5. So it's kind of out of order.
What? Okay.
Yes, 3 is the or quote unquote origin story.
Okay.
Then you got 1, then 2, then 4, and then 5.
Okay, so 3 is the only one.
Yeah, 3 is the prequel.
Okay.
So yeah, I highly recommend that game.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
I cannot wait for that to come out, man. Shout out to Johnny Young Bosch is going to be voicing Dante. Yes, the GOAT himself.
Yes.
But the thing is that in the games he doesn't voice Dante, he voices his nephew Nero. Spoiler alert for you. But he voices Nero, and I was like, oh wait, he still gets to be a part of DMC. Oh shit, he's voicing Dante. Yeah, now I'm tuned in. I'm locked in.
I think I saw a clip of didn't they come out with the trailer?
Yeah, they have.
I think I saw the clip, and the animation is fire.
Yes.
So definitely gotta check that out.
I'm super hyped. They better get it right this time, because there was a Devil May Cry anime that has come out before, like in 2008.
I think that's what I've heard of.
Yeah,
and it wasn't great.
No, it's okay. There's a whole bunch of filler episodes just for nothing. There's really no central plot line. It's just Dante doing random shit.
Oh yeah, no, we don't do that.
That's really what it
exists to us, just like other anime adaptations.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this anime adaptation of one of my favorite games. Can't wait. And I'm going to re-download DMC5 eventually on my PS5, because I beat it on the PS4, but I'm like, I got that itch again. Like, I want to play it again. So yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other stuff that I'm watching that you should check out. Guild Receptionist is good. I haven't jumped back into it yet because I was waiting for the episodes to build up, because I'm watching it in dub.
What is it?
I may be a Guild Receptionist, but I will solo any boss to clock out on time.
What? That's the title?
That's the title. That's why we just shortened it to Guild Receptionist.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Is it isekai?
It's not an isekai. It's a fantasy world.
Oh, okay, because that's what isekais like to do with the long names.
The long ass titles. Yes. Yes, I know.
Oh.
But that is what it's called. I may be a Guild Receptionist, but yada yada yada. But it is a great series. Alina, the main character, is a bit of a head case, but I think that you'll enjoy her and her antics. That being said, there's also Shangri-La Frontier that has been really good.
Oh yeah.
That's been fire. Dr. Stone came back. I'm not sure if you're a fan of Dr. Stone.
I am on season 1 still. I used to do like a watch party on my Discord, but I think I got too busy. But I'm gonna pick that. I think I'm gonna pick the watch party back.
I think Dr. Stone would be worth your time. I'm loving the season so far. And then there's plenty of other anime that I'm watching, but outside of anime, of course, Invincible has been like got me in a chokehold. Yeah. They just ended this season, so now I'm like, okay.
Dang, they already ended it already?
Yep, 8 episodes. So now I'm like, come on, season 4.
It just came out.
I know, but I'm anxious already. Daredevil Born Again, that has been a great Marvel series. I finally finished the original Daredevil series that was on Netflix because I didn't want to miss anything with Born Again coming out. And I'm glad that I watched that final season, because I would not know what was going on had I not watched. So, yeah.
I need to get into that.
Definitely. And I finished Paradise. Paradise was phenomenal. Shout out to Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of something else to recommend to you if you haven't, but I think those are the main ones that caught my attention this year.
Have you seen I don't think it came out this year, but have you seen Kevin Can F himself?
No, I
It's on
haven't.
Netflix.
But I saw the preview of it, but no, I haven't watched
It's
it.
really good. So like the character Kevin, it's just the way the camera work is.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Kevin is in the scene, it's like a sitcom.
Okay.
But when it's the other characters, it's just like a one cam, like more very dark, very serious
I
type of
see.
vibe. And you see like the contrast of how from the perspective of the side characters, quote unquote side characters, because Kevin, he's perceived to be the main character, but he's not really.
Oh, okay.
But the side characters, quote unquote, they're more dark and more serious. And then Kevin, he's just like how sitcoms are,
Yeah.
multi-camera pans and all that. It's I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely have to tap in.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for that. Right.
definitely.
All right. So we are going to end off with a little bit of rapid fire
Okay.
or a lightning round. Pretty much, I'm just gonna ask a question, and you can either choose either or.
Okay.
So, for an example, I might say, chicken tenders or hamburgers.
Okay. Chicken tenders.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. So, some of these, might be quick, and some of these might require you to like not think, but don't think too long.
Okay.
Because again, it's a lightning round.
Okay.
Whatever comes to your mind first. Okay. All right. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
PlayStation or Nintendo?
PlayStation.
PlayStation or PC?
PlayStation.
RPG or sport games? I already know this one.
RPG.
Okay. RPG or cozy games?
RPG.
Okay. RPG or fighting games?
RPG.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
City life or country life?
City.
Movie theater or streaming app?
Movie theater.
J-pop or K-pop?
K-pop.
Okay. Korean barbecue or Japanese barbecue?
Korean barbecue.
Okay. Anime or manga?
Anime.
Hip-hop or R&B?
R&B.
Okay. This is going to be funny. Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
Right choice. Okay. All right. Dochi or Ice Spice?
Dochi.
Oh, I was about to say, please do not say Ice Spice. I'll be like,
Spice
yeah,
who?
I will end this episode right now.
Oh my
I will
God.
cut this episode. It will never come out. Never see the light of day if you said Ice Spice. Goodness. Okay. Leon Thomas or Lucky Day?
Leon Thomas. He's been doing his thing.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.
He's been doing
at
his
all.
thing. Not gonna lie.
And lastly, Coco Jones or Victoria Monet?
Victoria Monet. I love Coco, but Victoria Monet.
Hey.
Not to pit two great women against each other, but
I got you.
Yeah.
Where. So once again, Dee, thank you for joining me on the podcast.
Yes,
I definitely appreciate you coming through.
I had a good time.
Yes, ma'am. Are there any Black businesses, Black content creators that you want to shout out?
Like I did earlier, the Corner 5, Five for Rage, By Simone Malcolm, Courtney, Chris and Sham, Corner 5, Cutie Kendra. Who else do I watch? Cleopatra. Oh, Rashad Stark. Shout out to Rashad.
Hey, big shout out to him.
Who else? Oh, DJ Taylor Senpai. Shout out to him. That's all I could come up off the top of my head, but yeah.
And tell Taylor I need them backstage passes for the next BlurCon. I'm serious, man. Like, yo, I keep forgetting. I'm like, man, I keep forgetting like Taylor Senpai knows Dee.
Yeah.
Let me
We're
make
cool.
that.
We're
like,
cool.
It's not like I don't know the guy.
Yeah,
like,
he's been at my kickbacks.
Exactly. Man, big shout out to Taylor Senpai, man. He had a great and awesome set during that after party, man.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, so for those who don't know, of course, at the end of each episode, I do what's called the rundown. This is where we name all the content creators, podcast artists, authors, anybody who has either come on this platform or has supported this platform in any way. So, and this list has gotten quite long, so of course I have to have my phone up here to read it all. But big shout out to Inside a Mind of a Blur. That is the other podcast that I'm a part of. Shout out to Scuba Steve, who is of course my co-host on here, but he is of course the creator and founder of Inside the Mind of a Blur. Shout out to all 10, 11, or 12 of us. I don't know how many of us is there anymore.
Sheesh,
Yeah, it's a
y'all
lot.
deep.
Yeah, but like really the dedicated like 5 or 6 who podcast, obviously. But yeah, we got a lot of people in that pod for real. Big shout out to Mike Check Waifu. I of course am a Patreon subscriber to Mike Check Waifu. Big shout out to Polo Born Fly and King Teliano. They give you your weekly anime shows. So anything that comes out during the season, they are the best at actually, critiquing the season and whether it's good, bad, or some of the things that are, make the season what it is. Uh, if you are a shonen fan, I probably don't recommend that you listen to them because Polo will slander your favorite shonen and not give two shits about it. But he's definitely the slice of life king. But it really just depends on how good it is. If it's really good, he'll leave it alone. But big shout out to Mike Check Waifu. Also, shout out to Blaname Podcast coming back. Shout out to Mike and Sinead. They are back on the scene as well. Apparently, Worst Gen Anime After Dark had an episode that I missed because I was at fucking work.
They had
Excuse my language.
Comeback episode.
Yeah, I'm a little upset at that, but
I was like, what? They're back?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was just like, I'm on my phone and I literally see a notification. I'm like, huh?
Right?
But
it was so out of the blue, but
yeah, very much so.
Glad they're back.
Yep. Shout out to the Truth and Transparency podcast with Brother X, the Culture Scientist, and Mr. Smith. Shout out to Dad Needs to Talk with Rob, the Father of Vash, Geek Set Podcast, Anime Junkies 3 Weeks in a Podcast, Those Anime Girls, The Commute, and Black Geek Energy. For our Black authors, big shout out to K. Renee, aka Sedona Rose, and Miss Elena Graham, aka Elena. For our Black content creators, we got Off Black Mag by Aaron. Big shout out to Aaron Rowe. We was at BlurCon just chilling. We randomly saw Janelle Monáe at the beginning of the after party, and he was able to get a picture of her. I wasn't. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Aaron. But anyway, definitely shout out to HBCU Anime, aka Evan. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Cerberus Entertainment. Tatted Poodle, who's a streamer. The Geechee Gamer, who's a streamer. Shelby, who eventually will be streaming. Shout out to Shelby with Simply Janine, Simply Baked, and Rose Less Traveled. Strange Keith with Idols to Icons. Big shout out to Toasty Marshmallow. The Corner 5. We already named all of them. Yep. And of course, Scuba Steve and Alpha with Blur Mind Productions. For our Black artists, big shout out to NASA, my boy Scoozy, my boy Jack Union, Phil.me, Ellis Quinn, RJ Stackhouse. Shout out to my boy Quarter. Tyrone Lee Jr., who once again, if you've never seen this podcast before, he is the one who does the intro. Shout out to Ari Lachelle, who is a part of the Recording Academy, and she's been getting more listens on her Spotify. So big shout out to Ari. She's doing amazing things as far as singing. I definitely got to get her back on this podcast because she's been doing a lot since she was last on here. It's been 5 years. We got to change that. Big shout out to Zach Hines, aka Fortresses. Once again, shout out to Elena. Yes, she is a singer and an author. Big shout out to Zainab and, of course, the little homie Imogen. And for our Black business shout outs, Already Paid by Dre, Fresheners, Righteous Minds by Timo, Cases Brand by Christina, Cream Cosmetics by Naima, Mind Over Money by Tremaine. Big shout out to Studio Maho with Pat and Yin. And of course, Daphne, who is the VP over there. Big shout out to Daphne Benford Smith. And Concept Moon, shout out to She Designs 2 by Aaron. Shout out to Black Magic Lit Wands by Lowen T. H4 Creative by Zenobia. Real Estate Stone by Meredith. Sold by Belmont Mariah. Blur My Studios again. Shout out to Steve. And Scrappy Sentiment with my girl Sappy. I have to add Dee, of course, to the names of streamers because she is officially a part of this podcast family. So big shout out to Yup, That's Dee. She will get added, of course, to our content creator / streamer shout outs. Is there anybody else that you would like to shout out here while we're still here, Dee?
Shout out to everyone that are supporting me streaming and just dealing with my shenanigans and enjoying it. So shout out to everyone in my community.
Indeed. How can the people follow you?
You can follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on X / Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram. Yup, that's Dee.
Yup, that's Dee. All right. Y'all be sure to follow her. Y'all be sure to check out her streams and all that good shit. Support this young lady right here.
Thank you.
Young, Black, entrepreneur streaming, and of course, homeowner. We talked about homeownership, and she definitely dropped some gems for us. So please be sure that you pay attention to that. All right, guys. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Chaotic Culture Podcast on your favorite DSP. Be sure that you subscribe to the Patreon for early access to the podcast and bonus episodes. You can subscribe at any of the 4 levels, but as low as $3. Once again, we appreciate your support. If you are watching through YouTube, be sure that you like the video, be sure that you share the video, be sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And of course, you can follow our podcast page on Facebook at Khaotic Culture Podcast. You can follow us on Threads and IG at Khaotic Culture Pod. You can follow us on Blue Sky at chaoticculture.bsky.social. And you can follow us on X/Twitter at chaoticculture1. You can follow me, Ked the Pro, that's K3D the Pro on all social media. You can follow Miss Nasa at I'm Nakasa on all social media. You can follow Miss Sappy at Scraps14 on all social media. You can follow Scuba Steve at Scuba Steve 1428 on all social media. You can shout out and follow my boy Law on IG at L.JR_96 and on X/Twitter at Law96_. And you can follow Jay at JLeeTrey on all social media. I think I covered everything and everybody. So with that, once again, thank you, Dee, for joining us on the podcast.
You.
And ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Khaotic Culture Podcast. So until the next time, folks, remember, embrace the culture, chaos rules, be blessed, be safe, God is love, and we are out of here. Deuces.
So what's the word?
You are now tuned in to the Khaotic Culture Podcast. And